New in Femap 2022.2 is the ability to export Femap neutral output. The Femap neutral output, also known as the FNO, is Femap's own output file type that is much faster when importing and attaching to. It can also provide an efficient way of sending a subset of a model to other colleagues. For example, in this assembly model, I'm going to send one of the parts with a limited amount of results using the FNO export command. The first thing I'm going to do is select a file name and destination for my FNO export. Next is whether or not I want to include the neutral file to go along with the FNO file. In this case, it's going to export a separate neutral file with the mesh entities. And next, I will just need to select whether I want the full model to be exported, selected groups, or selected elements. And in this case, I'm going to use the select groups. And now I'm prompted to select groups. I could select multiple, but in this case, I'm only going to use the bell crank. And finally, I'm left with selecting the output that I want to export. So earlier I said I'm just going to do a subset of the output or a limited amount. So I'll select all my output cases. But instead of all the different output vectors, I'm just going to select my translations and then my solid von Mises. So I'll go ahead and grab that one as well. And now I can export my FNO along with the neutral file. Now the colleague who receives the subset of the assembly model can import the Femap neutral file and then attach the FNO results to it, which makes for a much more manageable file and navigating through some of these results. So here you can see I have my translations and my solid von Mises stresses.